My guest today is Mary Lou Wongchong. She's a great friend of mine and a great contributor to the community. Mary Lou, welcome to our show.
Thank you very much, Jim.
Today we're going to talk about the Multicultural Festival, and we'll mention on several occasions here in the next few minutes that it is to occur September 7th, and it's at Brunswick Community College.
That's correct.
And we're looking for several thousand of our very good friends to come out and see the Multicultural Festival.
Exactly, and this is the purpose of this, is to invite and encourage everybody.
Absolutely.
Especially the Brunswick County, to be able to come.
Well, I've attended a number of them, and you have a terrific crowd, and we're going to talk about some of the events of that day. Tell us first, how did the festival begin, and how many years, if you know, the festival's been going on?
This year will be the 10th year of our celebration. In the beginning, it was for the benefit of just a very few group of ethnic groups. And 5 years ago or 4 years ago, we decided that, well, we would really want to expand this thing and make it a really, really multicultural event. And so we had started to step by step grow this way and include as many countries that we have here living in Brunswick County.
And you've done just that. I note that the theme is bringing the world to Brunswick County.
Exactly.
And of course we have some flags and a map of our world here, and that helps us tell the story of the Multicultural Festival. In addition, I understand that one of the purposes is to celebrate our diversity.
Exactly. This is a one-day event which is free, and our purpose is to bring the community together to highlight the multiplicity of the different cultures that we have here in Brunswick County and around the area. Our mission is to create and to coordinate a positive learning environment by providing a place for cultural education and artistic expression, sharing our music, the arts, our food, history, and doing that, we hope that it will foster understanding, awareness, acceptance, more tolerance, and most importantly, respect for each other and our difference, and respect for our different culture. So this is our whole thing that we would like to spread to our whole community.
You say that so well and so elegantly.
Thank you.
Let's talk about some of the specifics, because I noted you have what's called an International Pavilion. Tell us what that is.
The International Pavilion includes several display tables that are manned by our residents here who have different ethnic backgrounds. We have different exhibits from Asia, the European countries, the Latin American countries, Africa, Brunswick County, and everybody that does the display are all residents and are volunteers that share their time and their culture to all of us.
I know you have a lot of volunteers. One of the terms that I noted in your literature is called the passport to culture. Tell us about that.
Passport to culture is something that we've thought about last year, and it was quite successful. The idea is we give the little kids or the children that comes through the pavilion a little passport. The passport has about 20 pages, because that is how many countries we had last year. And each child with their parents would go and visit and travel to the different countries.
Sure.
And for example, they travel to Germany, and the person who's a German born and exhibiting her culture, the child and the parents would ask about anything that they would like to ask about the country, the location, the climate. And then after they finish that, the children are stamped, they get a stamp from the country, so they could go again to another country and get more information, learn from the countries, and then they get stamped. Now after they've gone through the world, they get a little prize,
Okay.
which hopefully would help them be motivated to do the thing. And hopefully, after they have gotten their passport, that they will be able to share it with their family, with their school, or maybe they could take it to their school and tell their classmates about, wow, how wonderful. There's a world out there, not just Brunswick County.
The festival is for the young and old alike, but
Of
let's
course.
stay with the children, because I know you have a children's workshop.
We also have a children's workshop that is conducted by Home Depot. They've done this for several years, and the children are so excited because they get a little project, they get a little kit, and they get a little project, and you could see some of the kids that are so excited when they finish their project. The other thing I wanted to emphasize too is this year we have conducted a poster art contest from different schools. We're trying also to reach schools. This year, South Brunswick High and Supply Elementary have participated, and we had 14 very wonderful art work that were entered in the contest. And these kids are going to be acknowledged at our center stage, which is another part of the festival.
Okay, let's talk about that. And again, you're touching lives both young and old, and in between. But let's talk about the stage as well.
The stage, we have different countries represented on the stage, and these are performers, artists that would share their art, their dance, their music, and we have a lineup of performance. It's a high-powered performance, and it is a continuous performance from start to the end of the festival. We have the sheriff's office, we
And
have,
that's their gospel quartet, am I
yes,
right?
yes, I've heard them, and they are wonderful.
They're excellent.
They're excellent. And this is also being part of the community. We're trying to get the community together.
Sure.
We have the Filipino Association that would be here. We have the Cape Fear Wilmington Indian Association. We have the Polynesian groups that are coming. We have the children's Japanese drummer, and we have Indian performance. These performers are professionals, and they will be coming from Charlotte or Raleigh.
Great. Now, I'm jumping around on you a little bit, but I want to remind our viewers, not only is it September 7th, but give us the hours as well.
September the 7th, Saturday, from 10 to 4. And we also have a food tasting tent. And I would like to emphasize that this has been a very popular part of the festival. You know, when it comes to food, it doesn't matter where it is.
I've been a server at the food line
yes, and
several times, and I've really enjoyed that. But tell us more about the food. It's from all over the world.
Yes, it's from all over the world, and we are asking the different ethnic restaurants to please donate food to share with our community, and the restaurants have really been so supportive, and we have all sorts of different kinds of food. Last year we had about 20 of different kinds, and the people that would go through the line, we just get a little bit of tasting.
Sure, a sample.
The sample of everything. And by the time you get to the end of the line, your plate is just this full. And
that was my experience also.
And we only ask for a little bit of fee to cover
Sure.
our expenses.
Well, there's a contribution for the food, a fee for the food, but otherwise the festival is free of
free.
charge. And we want all our viewers to know that we'll have thousands of people there that day, and it's just a terrific event.
Yes.
Now, you can't do this without volunteers.
Exactly.
So-
And we have hundreds and hundreds of volunteers that are so generous in sharing their time and their skills. And also the community has been very helpful in helping us.
And the college, of course. I
And
know
the
you want to
college.
mention that.
The college, and also some of our corporate sponsors. And I would also like to mention all the in-kind
Sure.
contributions that we get from our community, our local newspapers, our Chamber of Commerce, Brunswick Electric, and the North Carolina Arts Council. And also, I must say, because I'm sure Jeanette is looking there, that the Brunswick Arts Council does a great part of helping bring this all together.
That's good to hear. Now, before we went on the air, we were talking about the fact that the cultural festival is about connecting. Mm-hmm. And you told me a story of an experience last year that I'd like our viewers to hear about.
Yes, this was such a wonderful story. One exhibitor had the exhibit of the Brunswick County, the history and the past of Brunswick County, and she had several pictures of her ancestors. And one person that was coming to just look at the exhibit says, "Wow, that picture, that is my great-grandfather. Where did you get that picture?" And so the exhibitor said, "Well, that is my great-grandfather." And so here they were gotten connected, and they really found out later that they are cousins. And both of them live here in Brunswick County and never found out that
But
they were related.
they didn't know one another until that day.
Yes, yes. And so it was such a wonderful story that I was so pleased about that.
Well,
and this is one way, this is why we're trying to connect all of us together.
We're connecting both literally and symbolically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know you want to mention some of your corporate sponsors as well.
Mm-hmm. And yes, I would like to mention our corporate sponsors. One friend of ours from Pittsburgh, I just mentioned that we had this Intercultural Festival, and he said, "I can help you." And so that was such a great relief for me, because one of the things that we are all of us are trying to do is try to make both ends meet. And for this, we are only just trying to get something that would cover our expenses. So this was a great gift to us. Tony Kaiser and UBS, the Brunswick Electric has given us a little bit of grant. The National North Carolina Arts Council is helping us, particularly with the art, the entertainment part of the festival. And Brunswick Arts Council and Brunswick Electric.
And I'm sure there are others.
And
but-
I'm
but
sure there's others that
So many that contribute.
So many, and this is all, the community is really supporting us in such a worthwhile
Absolutely.
endeavor.
I want to point out to our viewers that it's a one-day festival, but you and others spend the better part of the year getting ready for the festival. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. After the festival, we're gearing up again to plan for the coming year. So this is a one-day festival, but it takes a whole year to plan it.
Yeah. Our viewers will be interested in knowing that you, Mary Lou, were the recipient of the North Carolina Governor's Award for Volunteer Service. And so this gives me a chance to publicly thank you for all the work that involves in receiving that award.
Well, thank you very much. It's very humbling, and it's such an honor to be awarded this honor, and it's a very humbling thing.
It's an honor
it's
well
for me.
deserved. And Mary Lou Wong Chong, I want to thank you for being with us today. But let us not conclude before saying one more time. It's September 7th. The hours are
10 to 4, Saturday at the Brunswick County
Brunswick Community College.
Brunswick Community College, and in front of the Odell Auditorium.
Right, in front of the Odell Williamson Auditorium.
Please be there. We are looking for you. Come and enjoy and have a journey, because the world is coming to Brunswick County.
Thank you again.